Previously on the unexpected journey. Daniel tried to ignore the strange messages, the photos, the symbols, but the figures kept appearing, closer each time, and the more he looked, the less he trusted his own memories. Daniel hadn't noticed the timing before. 8:17. Every message, every photo, every warning. It was the kind of detail he should have seen earlier, but now it was all he could think about. Morning light crept across the kitchen table as Daniel sat hunched over his phone. The house was quiet. Too quiet. Only the soft hum of the refrigerator and the slow drip of the coffee machine kept him company. Daniel scrolls through the photos again. 8:17. Every single time. Why? He opened the oldest image, Oak Ridge Lane. The same angle, the same grainy texture, and the same two figures standing in the distance. Daniel zooms in. Nothing changes. Nothing ever changes. Daniel sent the photos to the printer, hoping a physical layout would give him a better overview. The machine worked quietly in the next room, feeding out the prints at a steady, mechanical rhythm. He stood by the counter, sipping his coffee, listening to the soft whirring as each page slid out. When the last sheet landed in the tray, he gathered them carefully and carried the stack into the living room. He spread the printed photos across the coffee table. The room felt colder than usual, as if the air itself was waiting for him to understand something. The symbol appeared in every one of them, sometimes faint, hidden in the corner, sometimes bold, almost carved into the image, but always there. Daniel picks up two photos, one recent, one old. It's the same, exactly the same shot. That's impossible. He walked to the window and looked out. The street was empty, still, as if holding its breath. Eric was the one person Daniel still talked to regularly. A friend from before the move, before Oak Ridge Lane, before the messages. Eric had always been the rational one, the one who told Daniel when he was overthinking, the one who picked up the phone. Except today. Daniel dials. Phone rings. Goes to voicemail.
Hey, it's Eric. Can't pick up right now. Leave a message.
Daniel hesitates. Hey, it's me. I need to talk to you. It's about the photos. Something's wrong. He hangs up. Daniel waited for the phone to ring. It didn't. Back at his desk, Daniel opened his computer. The screen flickered once before settling into a dull glow. He wasn't sure what he was looking for, only that he had missed something. A folder catches his eye. Oakridge_archive. He didn't remember creating it, but the name, the structure, it looked like something he would have done. He opens it. 17 photos, all taken at 8:17, all showing Oak Ridge Lane, all showing the figures. But the oldest ones were dated years before Daniel moved to the city. No, that can't be right. A sharp pain pulsed behind Daniel's eyes. A memory, or something pretending to be one, flashed through his mind. A car, a scream, a hand pressed against a window, then darkness. Daniel grips the edge of the desk. Oh, that didn't happen. That's not mine. The house felt colder now, as if something outside had shifted. Daniel walks to the window. At first, nothing. Then, two figures, standing exactly where the photos showed them. Still, silent, watching. Daniel raises his phone, zooms in. The screen freezes, flickers. 8:17. No, 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 no. Daniel took a picture. The camera shutter echoed through the quiet house. He looks at the new photo. The figures were closer now, much closer. And behind them, a third figure, taller, darker, barely visible. Daniel steps back. His phone vibrates. A new message. No sender. The message was, "You're late. 8:17. Again." Daniel stood frozen in the middle of the living room, the message still glowing on his phone. "You're late." The words pulsed in his mind, steady and cold, as if they carried a meaning he wasn't ready to understand. He lowered the phone slowly. The house felt different now. He could hear the faint ticking of the wall clock, the distant hum of the refrigerator, and beneath it all, something else. A soft vibration, a low, almost inaudible resonance, like the house itself was holding its breath. Daniel swallowed hard. He dialed Eric again. The call rang once, twice, 3 times. Then the familiar click of voicemail.
Hey, it's Eric. Can't pick up right now. Leave a message.
Daniel closes his eyes. "Eric, please call me back. Something's happening. I don't know what to do." He ends the call. The vibration in the house grew stronger. Not loud, not obvious, but present. Daniel turned toward the hallway, suddenly aware of how dark it was. The light from the living room didn't reach far. The shadows seemed thicker than they should be. He took a step forward. The floor creaked, which it had never done before. He wasn't sure why he was walking toward the hallway, only that something was pulling him there. A memory, a feeling, a pressure behind his eyes. Daniel reached the doorway. The hallway was silent. Too silent. He flicked the light switch. Nothing happened. The bulb didn't even try to turn on. No flicker, no hum. Just darkness. Daniel stepped back. "No, not now." He tried the switch again. Still nothing. A cold draft brushed past him, moving from the hallway toward the living room. It carried a faint scent. Damp earth, old wood, something metallic. Daniel's breath caught in his throat. He turned toward the window. The street outside was empty. At least, he thought it was. He lifted his phone and zoomed in on the spot where the figures had stood. Nothing. Just the quiet street, washed in pale evening light. Daniel exhaled shakily. Then his phone buzzed. A new message. No sender. His hands trembled as he opened it. On the screen it said, "Look again." Daniel's heart pounded. He raised the phone toward the window once more, zoomed in. At first he saw nothing. Then the image sharpened. And there they were. Not 2, not 3. 4 figures now, standing perfectly still, perfectly aligned, facing the house. Daniel stumbled backward. His phone vibrated again. Another message. Short, simple, a single word. Soon. Daniel's breath shook. He didn't know if he should run, hide, or scream. But he knew one thing. He wasn't alone anymore.